Hello ladies and gentlemen, Conelanders here, and welcome back to the Conelanders GT3 Championship, round number 2 of the series here at Mugello, again in our Glickenhaus GT3 car. And this week will be a challenge for us, as Hurricane Matthew took away any ability for me to do any practice the week leading up to this. So we're going into this with about 2 hours-ish of practice right before the race, not feeling so good about it. In reality, I really do enjoy this track. However, the setup from last week did not translate very well to this track, so I didn't have the proper amount of time to hone in that setup. Obviously, one of the major faults of me choosing not to have teammates on the team, but it's something I'll just have to work my way through. Alright, getting ready to go here. We are starting in P11. A very tough qualifying today. Not only was I struggling to find the pace, I really struggled to find clean track. Felt like every lap that I had going, I got pulled out in front of. So, it was a tough one. We're going to be starting right in the middle of the field at a track with a very interesting turn 1. We'll see how it goes. Alright, 40 seconds to go. Let's check through this, make sure our settings are right. Everything looking good. We got all the things up that we need. Yep, we're recording. Everything looks good. We can actually make the start for this one, although it was a feature that I really missed last time. But we have more time here on the grid, so that should no longer be an issue. All of these cars in front of me, that's the issue. Alright, here's the lights. Gotta have a good start here. And try to survive turn 1. Somebody jumped. Somebody totally jumped. I don't know who. Got some slow starters as well. Where'd we go? Oh, very close. Oh, very close again. That's more than close. Could you get out of the way? I realize there's not much you can do when you're facing the wrong direction, but I would like you to get out of the way. Alright, well, it was as much a disaster as I expected it to be. However, we happened to be on the good end of the disaster. It's not over yet, though. There's still plenty of opportunities for people to crash. Conelanders, there's always opportunity for people to crash. One of the things with this car is that when you're in the group like that, you can't hear your own engine at all. It's too quiet. I bet you I could manually turn this car up versus opponents. That might help. Because currently all I hear is opponent engines. That hurt me quite a bit, dang it. Who do we end up next to? Our good buddy Jim, who murdered us in the sprint last week, but overall I raced pretty good with Jim. And maybe he's still feeling guilty for that. Give us a little extra room today. This car is a handful here. It's better... Magnet, you're scaring me. It's better in race conditions. There goes our penalty driver. Don't know who that was. Just look at the speed down the straightaways from the Lambos. The laggy Lambos. And unfortunately, even though they have speed on the straightaway, I can't really outbrake them into the turns. Although it has a lot of top end, it also has a lot of brakes. I think everybody being a little bit more patient with each other now, which is a good thing, because pushing this car to its absolute limits is very scary here. It has a wild side, and I'm sure you will see it eventually. Especially through these 2 turns. Yeah, there it goes again. Just gets very skatey. I think everybody fighting a little bit of that, but yeah, I'm off. It's to be very slow with steering input through there, and it bounces around so much they can lead you off track. Thanks to old Hurricane Matthew, I had 0 practice time this week, so I didn't really have a chance to fine-tune this setup. I think I got the dampeners all wrong, though, is the issue through there. It can go fast, like, on a perfect lap, this car will go, you know, to the top of the leaderboard on times. But it's very knife-edge to get it there. So driving a ticking time bomb, basically. Gotta get these tire temps down, or it's not gonna want to do anything. Alright, we survived lap 1 in P8. That's acceptable. I think it will get better as the run goes on. And maybe we can work our way through the field. It felt like a pretty good long run car. As others got tight, mine started to get neutral. We will see if that is the case. You never really know what people's pace is going to be throughout a run. Some people lower on the boards may actually have the long run cars. I mean, a 10-lap race, you would think long run isn't really existent. But with these tires, it's very possible to make them go off in 10 laps. 200% wear. Very possible. And it's just not worth it to use the hards. This track's so demanding, I think everybody's going to be on mediums, nobody on softs. We may see in the feature a short run on softs. Georgian had a lot of hard words to say about the track. Because it is a testing track, it is not a racing track, and although that is very apparent, I think you can still have a good race here. There's still lots of turns that lead into passing opportunities, I think. But it's definitely a track where you gotta stay on top of it at all times. 50s, right at that range, would be a great race pace. If we can just keep that lap time. And I think others will start to come to us. A few going off here. Trying to be easy on the tires. I was real hard with them on lap 1. Through the hubbub. One really weird thing they do is lap 2, the tire temps shoot up, and I think they did that this time. But then by lap 3 or 4, they cool down significantly. It's a very strange thing, and I don't particularly know why. I'm sure there's a reason. But that's good. It gives us the ability to push later in the run. It doesn't look nearly as scary in footage as it is driving, I'm sure. But you are really pushing the fine line there. It's going to be a quick race. I guess this lap is a little shorter than the Nürburgring. The race is the same distance. It's just a very intense lap. Other than that front stretch, there's no time for taking a breath. No pressure from behind. So we can really just focus on clean laps and maybe taking the fight to these guys ahead of us. Tire temps getting up there again at the end of the lap, but they kind of calm down as we go down the front stretch. I'm losing the nose a bit right there. We need to see more of that. I'm really trying to take it easy, but even taking it easy around here, it's very easy to push wide. Or get a snap oversteer situation. Alright, starting to fall back from the rest of the pack here. Yellow flag. See a car off to the left, not sure who. Positions by attrition we will take. Nice little slide there. And by nice, I mean not very nice at all, and I wish it would stop. Like through the last turn, we get a pretty good run on Gem here. Getting into the turn better and getting out of the turn about the same. Picking up a draft. Will probably just keep us even. The slowest car in the field line. Straight line anyway. I ended up running a little bit more wing than last week. Just to get rid of some of that insane oversteer in the fast turns. Oversteer in slow turns can be nice. Oversteer in fast turns is what kills you. So things are getting messy up ahead of us again. Good line through there. What's helping me most is that Gem's kind of picked up the pace a little. I'm being very easy through there. Too wide action. How's this gonna go? This will be a 4-car battle now. Oh, he tried to close the door. Lambo around. Ooh, easy, Mr. Glick. I could do without that. This is a very good draft here. Come on, car. Tried to outbrake me. I think we made it. It looks very slow through the center of the turn there. Gotta watch for others. And like I mentioned last week, the Glick has such earlier braking points that that's what I'm mostly worried about, is people not being prepared for it. Gotta build a gap in these sweeping turns. Okay, I'm off. I have to let him go here. Yeah, I should have just let him go. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, I hate it when it stalls in the grass. I knew that would be my place of issue, and it was. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna have to really be careful with it for a few turns here because these tires are super overheated. I knew that would be the place I'd screw up. I never made longer than about a 6 or 7 lap run in practice. The 2 hours of practice I got before I would spin right there. Tires are still super hot in the rear. Leon may get around us here. I should have let him go earlier. I knew that would be our main problem here. Hey there. Hey there. He's in close battles with people. Getting outbraked is a real possibility. Right, tires are getting back to normal, but I've really put a lot of wear on them and all of that. Nice and careful through here. Oh yeah, it's wanting to yaw out pretty bad now. Laps to go here to try and nurse these tires. Looks like Tommy's maybe struggling for front end grip rather than rear. Good exit out of the turn. Be able to do another draft pass here. The top end of that BMW, not making it easy. Oh, dummies! Yikes! That's pushing it a little to the extreme. I didn't really want that front end anyway. Hopefully all that pushing has equaled out the tires. Crap, losing it again though. Get out of the gravel. This is one pissed off car right now. The driver's not too happy at the moment either. I'd really like to get back to Tommy's. There's a little bit of a score to settle there. I don't know if I have the pace to do it. Not nearly the draft this time. See what we can do. Good lines through there. Kind of followed him off track, but did it a little bit better. Oh, too fast in here. That's gonna probably cost me the opportunity. Georgian really falling back. His tires must be gone. Needed a little bit more of a mistake there out of him. Easily the hardest I've driven a car in a very long time. We may be within drafting distance here. We'll see what he does. I'm gonna lose it. Yep. Unbelievable. Let's not hit jump here. Jump. Alright, well. This has been an abysmal race. Oh man. Don't GT3 no practice, people. That's the lesson of the day. Don't live in Florida. Don't have hurricanes. Well. Can't say I didn't try. Can't say I didn't try. That race was indeed as tough as I predicted it to be. Really unfortunate that we had, especially that second spin. That one really caught me off guard and is something I am struggling with this car. It's great at times, brilliant at others, and then all of a sudden it just snaps away from me with not so much of an explanation as to why. I certainly entered that little chicane or S's section shallow, but even looking at it after the fact, I just don't understand why it snaps so violently like that at times. The traction control certainly does not help at all, which is understandable. It's not a wheel spin issue. It's like a suspension setup issue. Something in the weight transfer or the way I have the suspension set up is not happy, especially at this track. So, lessons learned. At the end of the day, I mean, 13th place. It seemed like a disaster at the time, but considering the limited practice and the setup faults that we had, really not that bad of a performance. It's not going to do anything positive for us in points situations or anything like that, but considering what we had at play, not so bad. 9th place on the fastest lap board is okay, but I definitely think the car has more in it. There's a low 49 in that car, for sure. It's there, I just needed to find where it was. Hopefully, some small changes can fix that for the feature race, and look forward to that tomorrow.